The dumbest question you could ask somebody is, why have you grown? Why did you become so strong? When you should really just ask yourself, why the fuck have you not been growing? And why the fuck are you so weak? It's not about being the most, succeeding at the most, and accomplishing the most. It's about not accomplishing anything and staying the same level your entire life. So before you ask the question on how people are growing so exponentially, you should ask the question to yourself on why you aren't. And then maybe you'll figure out why the fuck we're growing so fast. It's because we can't settle for being weak. We can't settle and cater to our weaknesses. If we have an addiction, then we look it in the eyes and overcome it. If we know we're weak as fuck and our body isn't in the right composition to be functioning at the most optimal degree to our benefit, then we know we have to put in some fucking work. And if our mind isn't corresponding to the highest of proficiency all the time, then we need some books to fucking read. And this question of why are you growing? Why are you so disciplined? How do you do it? Yeah, reverse the question to your fucking self and ask the question why you aren't doing those things. You have to understand that is normal. Like every single living thing on planet Earth evolves. So if you're staying the same level, then you have to understand that you are abnormal. You are different than every living thing in the fucking universe. So literally the nature of the universe, the Big Bang, from nothing to something, from nothing to literally everything. Yeah, if you are not corresponding to that nature in your life, it's probably because you're doing some shit fucked up and you need to get your mind right, your body right, and your soul right. So you can go ahead, click the link, go to my website in the description below, and you could even DM me personally on Instagram, or you could join the community. But that's your choice to develop yourself. And if I'm being real, I don't really give a fuck. We already got people developing themselves. We don't need you. You need yourself. So if you have the desire to grow, then I'm simply a vehicle for you to proceed in that direction. I don't even give a fuck about the money. You have to understand that there's levels and degrees to existential awareness and competence. And if you're not growing in those degrees and understanding, you don't need shit. You don't need to have shit to be shit. All you need to really have in life is your self-respect. And if you can't respect yourself and you actively degrade and disrespect yourself, then you fucking suck at life and you need to level up, because that's not the way we operate in existence. You need to conduct yourself superiorly, and I'm talking about as existential conduit. You need to conduct yourself in a orderly manner. You need to be corresponding to the higher order. And if you're not, no wonder your fucking life is not in order, disorganized. You have to understand that to be organized, you have to respond. You have to correspond to a certain order. If you're not corresponding to a certain order, how the fuck are you going to be organized in life? The main reason that you're suffering in life is due to the fact that you are unable to organize your fucking mind, and you let it cascade into the abyss of failure, while constantly exponentially compounding your deconstruction of yourself. So instead of deconstructing and compounding that over time, look yourself in the mirror and actually make a change in your life. It starts with you. If you're not the fucking start, then you're just never gonna start, and you're gonna remain what the fuck you are. And if you're gonna settle for less, that's you. But if you're on my team, if you're with my group, if you're in my community center, if you're on my program, then we only choose fucking more until our fucking mind, body, and fucking every single fucking level of our being is sore, because we just need to put in more. We shoot for the score, and they sit at home being bored because they can't be aware of their fucking life. You need to look at your life and figure out what the fuck you could solve to be a better individual, a better human. Construct yourself in an orderly manner, and you have to restrain from disorganizing patterns. So every time you indulge in that negative habit, every time you let yourself go, you need to understand that you are letting what you don't want into your life. So you have to understand that you have to operate on a certain level of high of high level of respect, dude, is really just respect. Like literally, like you introspect, you retrospect. You need to respect your fucking life and analyze if you're corresponding to the life you want and if you're not. You have to understand that everyone wants to complicate life, but all you need to do is pay attention to the nuances and not deviate from your best interest. You have to understand that to create a perplexity is to add complexity to a certain function in your life. So if your function is if you're adding certain complexities to your functioning in life, then you're going to be in a rudimentary state of cadences, because you're allowing your mind to focus its attention at tension. So where you have tension in your mind on everything that doesn't fucking matter. So you have to understand that success is just deducing to the fucking simple. Einstein himself said that simple is literally simple is the way. So everyone wants to complicate, and everyone wants to allocate their time to making the most complex fucking problem, but making the problem complex is the problem. You need to simplify yourself. You need to you need to exemplify yourself, and you just need to analyze yourself, man. And you just need to be growing in every metric of existence. And you're so focused on having that you forgot that you actually had to be. So you're so focused on wanting the stuff. You want the car, you want the house, you want the bitches, you want the money. But you forgot that you actually had to be the individual to work towards that shit. So you forgot that you actually had to work towards your goal because you were so focused. Your attention of your mind, your attention was so focused on everything that is really just possessing. Because when you have something, you are really just renting that. It doesn't matter how long you rent it for. It's in the book. Epictetus wrote a book. I read this like years ago. Bro, we've been developing ourselves for so fucking long. Like, you have to understand, you possess stuff in life. When you die, it's not going with you. So you have to understand that you have levels of possession, and not like demonically possessed. You have to be a dumb fuck to actually receive and then translate the notions of what I'm conversing into your mind. You have to be a dumb retard to translate that into something complex of being possessed. Like, you have to understand the level of your rudimentary fucking mind protruding and divulging its mediocrity and inadequacy to comprehend a certain topic. Because if you didn't just understand that, when I mean possession, I mean if I grab my wallet, I'm possessing this because it's in my control. So to be possessed is to be in control of something else. So in your life, if you are in control of something, if you have it in your grasp, in your reach, then you are actively possessing something. But if you are not your mind, you possess it. But you have to understand that everything comes and go. And if you're not going with the flow, then you're probably going to let the water just sink your boat. So understand that you have a certain level of conduit that you need to be responding with ability to. And until you do that, your life will continuously cascade into this fucking mediocre, low level piece of shit, vanity, extrinsic motivated, low level, just inadequate, just a life you don't want to live. People are living lives they don't want to live. And the reason is because they're not experiencing the individual they need to experience to go out into the world and create the life they need to create to actually enjoy life and comprehend it to the velocity that it needs to be comprehended to actually extract the nectar of honey and actually enjoy living, enjoy having a good time in motion of existence and going with the flow and being appreciative and increasing in appreciation throughout life. Everyone's so focused on the deplorable possessions, and they forget that the one thing they don't possess is their own fucking mind. So you guys go to the self-development community. If you want to level up, go ahead. If you don't want to level up, then I guess go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Your life, your choice. We don't really give a fuck. And peace.